Hi, everybody. This is David Nevins, and welcome to our program for Citybiz List today. Our special guest today is Principal Jackie Williams of Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, more widely known as Polly, for all the Baltimore natives out there, and many of whom incredibly fondly represent either recollect going to Poly or recollect competing against Poly, depending on which school you may have gone to. Principal Jackie Williams, welcome to our program today.
Thank you.
So, Jackie, if you don't mind, we'll keep this on a first name basis. You've been the principal of Poly, correct me if I'm wrong, for over a decade. Poly has quite a reputation, has served the community for decades upon decades. Share with us a little bit about what Poly means to the Baltimore community and the thousands of alumni it has so successfully graduated over the years.
So in recent years, when the data was last evaluated, Poly was rated as one of the top STEM schools in the country. And just recently, Poly was rated and still is the #1 STEM school in the state of Maryland. This is because the community of learners that come to Poly, they feel as if Poly is it's like a stepping stone to receiving scholarships and for going to the college of their choice. So we've been around for a long time. I'm going to say over 137 years. We've been preparing students for STEM. As we all know, the future of the country is STEM dependent, and we want our students to leave here being well-versed in STEM, making their impact on this, not only this country, but this world.
So Jackie, Poly has this amazing legacy. I reluctantly admit many people think I am a Baltimore native. I'm not, but I've been here several decades already, and all I know is Poly. How do you make it happen there? How did it become this such a sought after STEM experience? And do you draw kids from all over the city? How do you get your student body?
Well, we get our student body. It comes from basically North Avenue. They have a gaining list, and if there is a criteria to get into Poly, there's an algorithm that is used for students who meet the criteria. And once they get in, we instill in them the two core principles that they have to adhere to, and one is they have to be able to basically handle the rigor that we have here, and secondly, they have to be intrinsically motivated to want to handle that rigor. So with the high expectations that we have here at the school. And doing that, if they're able to basically put forth the effort that they need to be successful here at Poly, then the odds are high that they will receive what they need in order to graduate and go to the college of their choice and be successful in life in general. I'm a testament to that. This is my alma mater. I graduated from this great institution, back in the 80s, well, early 80s. And I have to say, if it were not for the foundation that I got from Poly, I would not be where I am today.
Well, whether you're one of the best in the country or simply the best in Maryland, regardless, it's quite an achievement.
Yes, it is.
So let me just say this. I'll use a kind of a McDonald's example. What's your special sauce? How do you make that happen? It's the Baltimore City public school system has so many it's easy to criticize.
Yes.
But I think a lot of people are simply unaware, for the most part, of the myriad achievements that are taking place, not only within Baltimore City Public Schools, but particularly within the high performing schools within the school system. So what's your special sauce? How do you do it?
I do it by building leadership capacity in everybody here. I am not the sole expert in my field. We have experts all over the building, so it takes a collaboration of people, teams, to come up with strategies in order to increase student achievement so that they can do as well as they do on the standardized testing and even on the teacher-made tests in the classroom. So it takes a team of people who are willing to meet the needs of our students, especially of today.
So share with us some. You're obviously quite prideful of the achievements of both your students and your students, your faculty, and your alumni as well.
Yeah.
Share with us some examples of what makes you most proud. Give some shout outs to some folks.
Okay.
Feel free to do that.
So what makes me most proud? First of all, I'm going to start with the class that left last school year, the class of 2022. That class left here being offered over $32 million in scholarships. They had been accepted to 319 different colleges and universities. 86 students in the class were accepted to the University of Maryland College Park alone, 86 of our students. Then we had students who were accepted to Columbia, Cornell, Johns Hopkins University, Emory, Tufts University, Morehouse, Spelman, you name it. We had students accepted to the top tier colleges. Also, I would like to definitely talk about my faculty who are experts in their field of study. They not only teach the pedagogy, they're working with students in terms of caring for them. We teach to the whole child. We have several social workers here who are working with kids with their social and emotional learning piece. So that's what I'm most proud of. We have a student who is still here, and she received her flight license for our Air Force JROTC program. She was also, her name is Ava Lewis. I'm going to put her name out there. She was also given a scholarship to attend the college of her choice. We had a student to leave here about 4 years ago by the name of Mauricio Rodriguez. He was a Mexican immigrant who came here and matriculated through Poly, and he was accepted to one of the top tier colleges, Brown University. So there are lots more success stories that we have here at Poly. I'm one, for example. I come from the inner city. I'm from humble beginnings and matriculated through this great institution, and did not know that I was going to major in mathematics when I went to college, but I did because of Poly's foundation. And here I am now, the principal of this fine institution, the first female to lead this institution. And of course, I am a woman of color. So I am very proud of the rich history and legacy that this school has to offer, and that it has offered to my fellow alum.
I, get around Baltimore and meet colleagues, professional colleagues in business or education or healthcare or any number of fields. And they might be in their 40s, 50s, 60s, or even older. They are, it's amazing, just how often I hear, they went to Poly, and, to this day, they are just so proud of that experience there. I'm sure you see that all the time as well.
Yes, I do. They often tell me that, I go to a lot of the alumni association meetings, and the Poly Foundation meetings, and they often say that, they received a well-rounded education. I know we specialize in STEM, but the education here is so well-rounded. Our humanities department is, to me, I call it an award-winning department. They keep us on the charts for ELA, we call it English Language Arts, for the standardized test scores that our students receive. Um, uh, they come back often saying, I didn't know it when I was there, Miss Williams, but now that I'm not there, I do thank Polly for giving me what I need in order to be successful in life. And that's what I'm often told. That's what we're often told from Polly alum.
Yeah, that's, wonderful. And I think most of our viewers know STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math.
Yes.
Any quick recollections you have? And you can either name names or just name the kind of jobs they're doing of prominent poly grads who are in those fields and making a name for themselves and making your school proud.
Yes, I can name a few. I have one is Charles Johnson Bay, who is a leader with Lockheed Martin. He is a part of NSBE, National. I want to know, it's NSBE for Black Engineers. He's part of the Black Engineers Club, and we have Carl Jackson, who was a prominent leader for Lockheed Martin. We had a few people coming back from Northrop Grumman, who is also another engineering firm, partnering with us to make sure that our kids are exposed to some of the engineering, jobs out there. We have, I can't remember some of the other people, but we have lots and lots of people who come. Names, I cannot recall names in my head right now.
No, that's okay. I know you do. We only have a minute or so left, Principal Williams, but what do you wish, this goes out to many, many thousands of business and civic leaders throughout Maryland. What message do you have for them, not just about what's going on at Poly, but what's going on in the Baltimore City public school system, things you wish they knew, but don't often hear? Share with us, kind of a closing message in that regard. Give a shout out to the accomplishments of the Baltimore City public school system, which are so many.
I just want to start off by thanking City Schools for giving me the opportunity to be an educator in the system. I've been an educator here for over 36 years, not here at Poly, but in the Baltimore City school system. And if it were not for them giving me the opportunity, I would not be able to give back to the community as I have. Also, I want people to know that, Baltimore City is given to me over the years. They have been given very little to deal with the many needs that the inner city students have. And, they are doing the best that they can do with what they have been given. And I just thank them for just, meeting the needs of the students as much as they can. Now, each year they come up with different ways in which we can do that. And one is addressing the whole child. And having that concept alone, just dealing with the whole child, has really made a big difference in how our students are able to come back to the in-person setting, especially from the pandemic, to deal with the academic piece and also what's going on in their home environments.
Well, Principal Jackie Williams, thank you so much for your time, and you keep up the good work. Keep turning out those scientists and engineers and mathematicians, all of whom come from Baltimore City, and
Yes.
Our state and our country are the beneficiary. Thank you so much for your time today.
You are welcome, and thank you for having me, David.
And now, so Jackie, stand up, because I know
yes.
you're wearing some Poly gear. You want to
I also want to show
our
off my
audience.
Poly ring as well. I'm wearing my Poly ring.
There you go. Principal Williams, thank you. Go Poly.
Go Poly. Yes.
This is David Nevins for Citybiz. Thank you for joining us today.